Yeah, well, I guess let's just dive in. This is going to be a demo of Edgelake and OpenHorizon, as he said. And to start, so yeah, if you want to go to the next slide, I'll just give a quick for anyone here who does not know about OpenHorizon. We are an LF Edge project. But yes, little overview. OpenHorizon is a platform for managing software lifecycle or the software lifecycle of containerized workloads and any related machine learning assets they might use at the edge or in the cloud. Yes, we can scale to tens of thousands of nodes, devices, or clouds, as I said. And yes, I might mention a couple different pieces of the Open Horizon software throughout this demo. So this is a high level overview of the architecture. So on the right is what we call the management hub. It's running, like it says, in the cloud or on-prem. It composed of an exchange. The agbot or agreement bot runs there as well. We have this model manager, like I mentioned, if a workload uses um, machine learning models. You can publish them to this. It also goes by other names like the CSS Cloud Sync Service or MMS Model Management Service. And yes, we have OpenVal, that is our secrets manager in the hub, and FDO component, FIDO device onboarding, that's for the zero touch provisioning and registration of an edge node. And yeah, on the left, like I mentioned, could be our edge node could be a cloud or a device. So it could be Kubernetes or Docker or Podman running on this small edge node. And that is where the agent runs. And yes, I think we can go to the next slide. Another just sort of overview. Um, this is kind of the same thing, just like the flow of an application from published to deployed. So the management hub, again, in the center there, the published services would sort of contain metadata that points to wherever this service might live, Docker containers and whatever container registry. The agent gets that information so it knows where to pull it. That's kind of what's going on in this. Again, bottom being the agent, edge or cloud. But I think we can go on to the next slide. And yeah, I'm doing this work today as part of the Developer Examples Working Group. We have been, uh, gosh, a thing for, I think it's 6 years now. Um, I've been working on Open Horizon for about 7, and the chair of this working group for, like I said, about 6. And we have been working on this Open Horizon services catalog of services. And we are up to 53 repositories now, services and utilities. Uh, and yeah, growing all the time thanks to um, our coding assistants. I've seen a big uptick in the last, since October, I think we had 44. So growing all the time. And yeah, if you want to contribute something, that's a link to our catalog there, a QR code on the side. Yeah, I think you can go to the next slide, Eric. And yes, so like I'm saying, we have all these services, but the problem then became how do we deploy and demo them in an easy fashion? So our community, shout out to Joe, has created this demo in a box framework. And what it does is it's this software based approach that allows you to create a set of machines, could be one VM that has the Open Horizon Management Hub, and another machine that is a agent that is deployed to and registered to that management hub. So yeah, one command, make init, and you can have a fully functioning Open Horizon Management Hub and an agent registered with that running whatever service you might extend this demo in a box framework to. It's pretty easy to add um, a different service or deploy one of the Open Horizon services to. And that is what I am going to show today. This is going to be demo in a box expanded to deploy AnyLog operators and query nodes and master nodes. My um, terminals here. So real quick, since this takes a moment, I'm just gonna start. Oops, I think I might have forgotten one thing. Apologies for that. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna get that rolling. Excellent. So describe what you'll see here. Um, in my blue terminal down here on the left, this is going to be my management hub VM. This is just an alias for Vagrant Global Status. So you can see um, this is going to be my hub VM. So I'm going to go ahead and get into there now. I think it takes a second, get my excellent. And what I have going on down here, I think we should be able to see. Yes, excellent. We are running. Let me show you a little bit here. So, like I said, in the slideshow, that all those containers that make up the hub, that's what I'm running here. So I have an agbot, the secrets manager, OpenBow, Cloud Sync service, uh, the exchange itself, and FDO somewhere. But also I have this container up top. This is the AnyLog standalone operator. So yeah, um, this one allows us to deploy, as you all know, the master operator and query node in one. And I'm able to have this running here because, like I said, this is also a management hub, but it is I have an agent deployed on this VM as well. And it is configured with the following node policy. I'll expand this up a little bit so we can see a little more for a second. So yeah, that's what I have up in the right here, just a little demo policy to talk about some of the attributes of this and what it does. So registering a node with the policy doesn't necessarily, I'm not restrained to one service. What I'm doing is I'm setting a set of properties on this node. And this one, you can see there's a couple with Open Horizon dot. So, like number of CPUs, architecture, and the memory. But what I've also done here is I've put a property in here that says the purpose of this node is a standalone, AnyLog standalone operator. And if I were to look at the deployment policy of the created, um, let's see, oops, I might need to get credentials here real quick. Is it here? Where's this one go? Oh, excellent. Um, so yeah, that is why the standalone operator service has started running on this node down here. I'm going to scoot this out of the way though a little bit because I'm also going to talk about these yellow terminals. So what they're doing is they are streaming two AnyLog commands. Let me see. Um, this one at the top is the test network command, and you can see currently it's picking up this node here, our standalone operator. And then at the bottom, oh, nice. It is running the get streams command. And since what I did in this upper right corner was run make up, and that built an Ubuntu VM and then installed our agent and registered it with a property that said purpose. Let me see, I can actually get out of this. Say PGS. Might need those. I'm going to SSH into my agent here. And we can see here it actually already picked up in the network. It is running. And in the bottom here, since this service is also, yeah, you can see it up here. I have the purpose AnyLog operator. Quick, steal my credentials somewhere again. Sorry. Yeah. So this one has the operator running, and I have modified this service to set the what are the flags? The MQTT monitoring and node monitoring to true. So that is why all of this streaming data, some random data, and honestly, I don't entirely know what that. I think it's just random number generators, but to show it feeding data to the AnyLog system there. And yes, so our node is obviously registered. We have our service running and immediately feeding data into our AnyLog network. And yeah, that was kind of what I have not committed this code yet, but um, I have extended the AnyLog service to when I run make up hub. It let's see if I can just show them service list. It automatically publishes the standalone operator and the AnyLog operator, but obviously you could swap this out or add the query node in here as well. And our demo in a box framework allows for that. We have a couple different, I've only spun up one agent here, but we have bicycle and car and semi version that can allow you to have like 3, 4, and 5 uh, agents and spin them up and have them register just as I did with this one. Um, yes, and then from here, yeah, whatever use case. This really allows us to, this one down here, these yellow terminals, they're not SSH'd into anything. This is just running the curl command at our our master node REST port, and allows us to get a lot more insights directly from the node that we were lacking when it comes to Open Horizon. We get kind of heartbeats and things like that, but sometimes when it comes to services failing, you have to get the syslog data and more insights directly from the far edge. So yes, having these um, queryable like immediately is pretty awesome. And yeah, I think that is all I had to show.
Troy, hi, this is Moshe. Thanks a lot for the presentation. I have a question on the Management
Hmm.
Hub. So
Yeah.
I saw the Management Hub records what nodes you launched and some information about the nodes. But from what I see, it's not able to give you dynamic status of what's running on each node and whether the agents are active or not, or am I wrong?
It will tell you if they're active. It'll have a node heartbeat and it'll say, if this, I can go into pretty much as far as seeing what service is running. Let me see. We have list. Let's see. I think I can
Just
do,
issue HCN node list against a specific node.
yeah. Let's see. So agent one, which is the one we just up here.
So you can see the registered services.
Yes. So yeah, it's config state is active. Um, it is running this service, and yeah, so this is I would say probably the extent of um, the data or the insight that we can get with our. There's also if there's any error that the agent picks up. It's kind of limited. It doesn't get like syslog data, but it could tell you sometimes why something hasn't deployed, but not as granular sometimes.
Some
So
things are like image pull
yeah.
failure or no IP address available, things like that. It
Hmm.
could surface those. There's also Troy, there's a node list and there's also a node list status altogether. It's kind
Mm.
of a different format. So just do node list status and then the node name.
Oh,
List status is all together.
list as okay. Keep it here. Okay, yeah.
It kind of gives you, it says running
Active
services.
org.
So Eric, is that what you're looking for? A way to see what
Yeah,
service is running on each node?
Um, so so I was mentioning it in the context that since now you're deploying AnyLog instances, AnyLog
mhm,
can enrich that and pick up whatever users are interested to monitor on their nodes, whether it's the agents or nodes around the agents that are deployed and from disk space to network utilization and you've got a rule engine that is deployed on any node, so you don't need to even reach out to node and ask. You could
mhm.
just you could just get dynamically notifications on events that you want to monitor,
Nice.
as well as making all the syslogs data available and monitored and alerted if needed. And that's configurable again using policies. So what I'm trying to say, because of the integration that Troy is showing here, it's really easy to enrich what you're showing with functionalities that are available inside every Anylog instance.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I'm just running like a get stream and the network status, but right, you have a ton more could um yeah, allow us to get a lot more information from any of these nodes.
Yeah, and it could be push, it could be pull the way you are showing it now, but
Mm,
it could be also push. So you could
right.
put the events as policies, publish those, and the nodes would let let someone or the management hub know if something that needs to be monitored is breached. That's just a comment.
Awesome.
Troy, I have a question for you. Uh,
Hmm.
Practical question. So if somebody starts playing with the demo in a box, can they expand this to devices that are not local to the machine where they're playing? Or do they need to
So
be installed to do, a proper setup?
you could use this hub from an external device. You'd have to, set up some ports and, make sure this machine is accessible. But you could use it to, yeah, you could deploy an agent to, let's say, like a Raspberry Pi or something, and register it to that hub, assuming it's, yeah, externally accessible. Um, you just have to run through, like this one up here, the agent install process, and then point it at that management hub, and yeah, you could be up and running similar to this edge node here.
I have done that.
Nice.
So uh, I've deployed to two other devices, a Raspberry Pi and a Windows, a little Windows or Ubuntu NUC box. So that is
Cool.
definitely doable. The only thing you need to do is make sure uh, your IP addresses are right and you've got no firewall blocking the outside access to the port.
Yeah, I was thinking in terms of, somebody having an already existing Edge Lake deployment, and then they want
Mhm.
to move to use a deployer because they are growing. Let's say they have two
Right.
nodes, two edges. So that's super easy. Now they're going to go to 50. They need to bring um, a tool, Open Horizon being a good one, so they can play with this and then they can actually expand it to the existing nodes, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
By, by the way, Troy, have you tried to connect now AI to this? You could take Claude, or I forgot the
Mhm.
name of the IBM
Bob.
AI tool, Bob, right? And yeah, you could. So every AnyLog node is an MCP server. But what's interesting, if you'll take the AI and connect it to one node, you could now put a prompt, look at the network and tell me which node has issues, or tell me which nodes are
Right.
connected here and what hardware is being used on every node, and tell me which node has infrastructure issues, and you'll be able to get all of that
Hmm.
just from a prompt. You don't need to do anything. Just bring. We are using Claude, but
Hmm.
any AI that has MCP connector will do it, because AnyLog creates a peer-to-peer network between the nodes, and there is so much logic on each node that just a simple prompt would give you all the information and chart it. Or so first, are you aware of it? And B, have you tried it?
I have not tried it, though I know we have some people in our community that have been working on MCP servers, and there's kind of a parallel things going on related to that. But yes, know about it. I have not like worked it into one of these demos yet, though.
Yeah,
But we do have.
I was talking about the AnyLog MCP connector. I'm not
Ah.
sure what are you're doing. Every AnyLog node is an MCP server. But because all the nodes are connected using the network, if you connect AI to one of the nodes in the network, this MCP connector of a single node would deliver all the information that you need from any node in the network or all the nodes in the network. So you don't need to do anything. You don't need to
Hmm.
develop anything. Just ask Ori how to connect Claude or any other AI, and you'll see that you'll have full visibility to every node in the network using your prompt.
Yeah, that sounds
That
super cool, and I
includes the
would like
data.
to. Yeah,
So
right.
that
That
yeah,
includes
so
the
that
data.
means I
Yeah.
can that means I can analyze data using an AI prompt connected to the MCP very simply. we've developed internally, we've done demos in the recent past about dashboards connecting to the MCP, and just looking at data and creating dashboards automatically. So that's available to you pretty simply and pretty easily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need to develop. It's just an API that is
Hmm.
on every node that you point it into your AI, and that's it. And
Yeah.
then you could just talk to your edges.
So Mark,
Cool.
it would be really interesting to create a real quick demo.
Hmm.
It could work within the context of demo in a box or outside of it, either one. But in theory, if we formulate the queries to your MCP tools, specifically for a use case, let's say hypothetically, are there any errors in the OpenHorizon event logs on any of the currently registered nodes? Find a way to formulate something like that and parse the response, and then add that sort of thing to a skills file. What you could do is easily build up a library of information and ways to query it to completely automate it for an operator so that when I say operator, I mean a human admin, so that when a person is using this in production, all they need to do is formulate very specific questions, and then the tool automatically knows how to gather that information on the fly and collate it and then surface it directly to the human in a readable fashion. That would be incredibly powerful. We can do that
Hmm.
both for system level data as well as workload level data.
Yeah, I have actually already written a dashboard that pulls all the insights from the host machine, the
Hmm.
syslog machine, and all the Docker information into a single HTML based dashboard.
Yeah, so you've
Um,
gone one step beyond that. Yeah.
Yeah, and we internally we are such that if there is an insight that is needed, which we
Hmm.
don't support, it's really easy for us to edit. So if you need an API to look at some file or something, it's
yeah,
it's pretty
right now
straightforward.
it is just our basically MCP access. But if you've got other log files that you want us to, or an API to get errors that you want us to pull in, that's also possible.
Okay, let's explore that, Mark. I'm very curious to see what amazing things we can create with this.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but for sure, out of the box right now, you all you need to do is tell me which nodes are running,
Hmm.
what CPU, who's low, I mean, all those things that
Yeah,
take a lot of
I,
effort. All of that
I,
is there. Yeah,
yeah, I can get basic stats like, tell me how much disk is free and is being used. Tell me the current temperature of the CPU and actually plot that over time, that sort of thing. All that
yeah.
information is available, but it's not exposed by OpenHorizon.
Hmm. Cool. Yeah, that would be excellent to expand this to all of that. I would love it. And we got some shows coming up. So
Yeah. What are you going to demo in the upcoming shows? Tell us.
that we have been working on an abstract. I don't know if Doug is
But
still on
there's
the.
not a demo. We don't have the ability to do a demo at the
Hmm.
Edge Computing Expo. It's just a talk.
Could probably get some if we could record one. We could probably put it in slides. I know we have done that in the past. If we have something we could,
Mm.
yeah.
So we also have a booth there, and we will be doing demos. So if
Oh,
you're there,
interesting. Okay.
we could demo to you how that works. We haven't prepared something with Open Horizon, but we could show you how we could monitor and control thousands of nodes just from a prompt.
What we could do in our booth is, since you guys can't do demos,
Yeah.
in our booth we could set up a little server that will host Open Horizon, or we could do it over the cloud. Either way, but we could host that and show the Open Horizon demo, basically what you did here, and then using the dashboard I've already written, monitor everything.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
One of the strength points is that you could, with a single MCP connector, with a single MCP or client, have full visibility to all the data and all the metadata. Whereas which monitoring the nodes and their status is an example. Whereas alternative approach needs to put multiple MCP clients, and then you've got the problem of those clients needs to communicate with one another, which makes the problem much harder. So I think it's a really interesting that what we're bringing to the market is a really interesting and different approach, and that's one of the reasons we get a lot of attention. So yeah. But anyways, Troy, thanks a lot. It was a great presentation, and we're really looking forward to continue the integration and the relationship with Open Horizon.
Awesome. Thanks. Yeah, absolutely. Same here.